Hi everyone, and welcome to Talk About It Tuesday, where we talk all things habitat. I am your host, Hanso Ibarra. On today's segment, we have Mr. Eddie Horta, Programs Director of Habitat for Humanity. He'll be giving us some good energy-saving practices that all of us can use to save some money on our light bills. Hope you enjoy. Thank you, Mr. Eddie, for taking the time and talking to us and giving us some pointers.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me, Ansel.
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Mr. Eddie. The first question that we have, or that we were asked, is what is the proper temperature that we should put our thermostat at? I know that a lot of people, me myself, I'm guilty of that. I sometimes get home and I want to make it feel fresh, and I lower it down to 70. But I've noticed that for X, Y, and Z reasons, sometimes the air doesn't lower that much, and it's just running and running. Do you have a suggestion as to what is the appropriate temperature that we should set it up?
Definitely. Well, first of all, I'd like to explain that AC is just to have a good, comfortable environment inside your house. It's not designed to keep you cold inside the house. So a lot of people do lower it to the 70, 72s, but it's actually designed to stay around the 76, 78 degrees temperature, and that's comfortable enough for you to not to be sweating or feel hot. And if you do feel uncomfortable or hot, you can always turn on the fan in that area, and it'd be in your bedroom or in your living room.
Is it wise for us to have a fan in general running close to the vent?
Any ventilation, it helps the basically your equipment or your machine work a lot smoother. Also, if keep in mind, if you have a clean filter, it's also very important to have the machine running at its optimum efficiency by maintaining the filter clean, maintaining the drain line clean, and it'll force the machines a lot less than it has to.
All right. Question number 2, Mr. Eddie. Me myself, as well as other people, I've heard that are under the impression that just because whether you are able to leave things plugged into the outlet and no energy is being used, because there's nothing plugged to that cord. For example, let's say you have your cell phone. You leave it connected, and because there is no cell phone connected to it, no energy is running. Is this true?
That is incorrect, Hansel. A lot of these electronics have a lot of, especially like lights that are turned on even though they're on standby or sleep mode. They are using energy. It's not very significant, but at the end of the month, if you have several electronics or appliances connected, it all adds up at the end of the month, and you do have an extra increase in use of energy, and as a result of cost or expense.
So if you're not using it, unplug it.
Yes, unplug it. One of the things that you can also do is that you connect all the electronics on a surge strip. So basically, it's just a strip with a bunch of multiple connections connected to one entry or outlet. You should unplug that one outlet, and everything is you automatically kill the power to all your electronics.
Okay, so then some people are under the impression that because you just connect everything to that power strip, nothing is running. But because that little light is on, you're letting us know that that is incorrect. Power is still running through there.
Correct.
Okay, we learn something new every day. Okay, question number 3. How about with water heaters, Mr. Eddie? Is there any way for us to be able to save some energy with the way that we set up our water heater?
Definitely, Hansel. That's a good question. A lot of people don't know that your water heater has actually a thermostat as well. So you can regulate the temperature that it runs. What is recommended, basically the minimum is 110 degrees to 120. But since we are here in the valley, I believe we can go under that. It all depends. It's all a personal preference. You can play with it. The way you can regulate the temperature, if you go to a regular tank water heater, you would have 1 or 2 little openings on the front of it. You would remove the screws from it, and in there you would find the thermostat, and you can regulate the temperature.
So then the temperature that I guess the standard version, or the standard way that the water heater comes in is not the most efficient. Then you do recommend that we go in there and do change it and lower it a little bit.
Yeah, basically they have a standard temperature for all the water heaters, but like I said, you can always tailor it to your preference. I myself don't shower with very hot water. I like it nice and cool, and maybe some of the people that are listening to us are the same way, and they can save energy by lowering the temperature on their water heater.
I've also heard about tankless water heaters. What is the difference between a tankless water heater and a regular water heater? Is there even a difference? Is one of them better than the other?
Definitely, Hansel. I mean, nowadays you have these tankless water heaters that you're talking about, or also called on-demand water heaters, where they only use energy or to heat the water when you need it. So they're not constantly running day and night like a regular, tank water heater. It always has to maintain the 40 gallons of water at that temperature. So when you use a tankless water heater, it only heats up that water when it passes through that device or the water heater. They can be a little bit pricier than the regular water heaters, but in the end, they pay off for themselves.
Question number 5. Now that we're in the topic of water heaters, how about for your dryer? Is there any energy efficient pointers in regards to your dryer?
Well, definitely don't use it. You can enjoy the outside by drying your clothes on the clothesline. But if you really want to use your dryer, make sure you maintain it. Don't overload it. Keep the exhaust duct always clean from the lid, so it also has good airflow and it's not heating up your dryer, which in return it heats up the interior space of your house if you have it inside your conditioner space, which will also force your AC to work a lot harder than it should.
So the AC basically is trying to cool the house down while the dryer is trying to heat
Definitely,
everything up.
any other heating sources, not only the dryer, but like your stove, make sure you have your range hood duct on when you're cooking so you can exhaust all your heat. And also the fumes also reminds me of light bulbs. You have the old type of light bulbs like the incandescent light bulbs that they produce a lot of heat. It puts also an additional burden on your AC trying to cool your house. We do have now this newer type of light bulbs. We have these old types of light bulbs like the incandescent light bulbs. They're very old technology that they produce a lot of heat, so they put an extra burden on your cooling for your house. Nowadays you can use the compact fluorescent lights, or also a little bit more expensive, the LED lights. They save a lot of energy, but they're very long lasting. I definitely recommend LED lights if you have the budget for them, which in the end they also pay off for themselves.
You do mention that it has a longer lifespan. What is the typical lifespan of a regular light bulb compared to an LED light bulb?
The typical lifespan of, say for example, compact fluorescent light bulb is now like around 2 to 3 years, which the LED could last you up to 10 years.
Oh, wow, that's a big difference.
Yes.
Big difference in the time and big difference in the money.
Definitely, you save a lot of time. You save a lot of time, save a lot of money trying to maintain, the lights in your house.
Mr. Eddie, thank you for your time. We appreciate you being here with us.
Thank you, Hansel, and thank you for having me today. I enjoyed the time here.
We enjoyed having you.
Great.
Friendly reminder, everyone, the ReStore does have a variety of items ranging from light bulbs to home decor, tile, lumber, plants. We have, like I mentioned, a great variety of items. If you're ever looking for something, if you want to maybe remodel something at home, or if you're ready to purchase something new for your home, you could always come to the ReStore, and there's a possibility that you'll be able to find that item that you're looking for at affordable prices here with us. Thank you for watching, everyone, and stay tuned for the Sale of the Week. And remember, make it a great day or not, the choice is always yours.